As you probably know, we're the founders of Ragnarok Fitness. I'm Ken and this is Sean. Now, we've had a lot of inquiries in the past on Facebook and on the website from different things to what is protein, how much do I need it. One of the main inquiries we've had, which we're going to address today, is how many reps do I do for how many sets, depending on your goals.
Yeah, we get quite a lot of people who get enthused to start training and go to the gym, but they don't pick a program specifically to follow. They just go in, find a weight, pick it up, move it around, and then move on. But what we'd always recommend is finding a good program to follow, because if you've got a good program to follow, you follow it strictly, you will see the results that you want. Okay, bodybuilding.com is a great source of these programs. They're all free. Check it out. But generally, you'll find if you're a beginner, most programs with weight training will have you working between 8 and 12 reps. And what does that mean? That means you'll be lifting a weight or finding a weight that you can move for a full range of motion, a minimum of 8 times and a maximum of 12. If you can't lift that particular weight 8 times, then it's too heavy. If you can lift it more than 12, then it's too light. Okay, that's generally what we need. Now, we see a lot of people, they come to us saying that they want to tone up, and they've heard that you do lots and lots of reps with light weights to tone up, and they don't want to go too heavy, they don't want to lift the weight a few times because they don't want to get too big. Now, the actual toning up aspect, it's not a rant I'm going to go on now, but that's a bit of a myth. You can use both high rep and low rep exercises to build muscle. And building that muscle is what's going to burn the fat off your body. It's what's going to boost your metabolism. It's what's going to give you the shape.
What is it the high rep? What is it the high reps does as opposed to the low reps?
So it's more aimed around hypertrophy training. It still strains the muscles, but in your muscles you've got different types of muscle fibers. You've got slow twitch and you've got fast twitch muscle fibers. And we'll probably write an article a bit on the biology. I don't want to go too sciencey now talking about it, but you can strain your muscles and tear your muscles, which is what you want when you train with weights, and make them grow, providing that you train to failure, so you lift weights until you can't lift them anymore, within the right rep ranges on your program. You vary your rep ranges, and of course, that we keep coming back to, you're eating the right food, okay? Because that's priority.
Nothing matters. None of the training matters unless you get the nutrition right.
Yeah, I mean, don't stress about getting it perfect, bang on, but if you wanted to gain size, eating more than you're burning a day. If you wanted to lose weight, eating less than you're burning a day by a few hundred calories either way. But generally, between 8 and 12 reps is the most common form of training in bodybuilding. And like I say, that means if you are doing a program that tells you to do 8 and 12 reps, say for example, my program tells me I need to squat a certain weight between 8 and 12 reps. Well, what I'll do is I'll find a weight, I'll just pick one, I'll guess at first if I have to, it's trial and error if it's the first time you've ever done it. Start light, work your way up. I'll find a weight that I can just about move 8 times in proper form. Maybe then squeeze out 1 or 2 more reps to get in the middle of that range 10. But if I pick a weight and I do 12 straight away, it's too light. So I can either increase the weight and do another set there, but obviously you'll be a little bit fatigued, or next time I come to do that exercise, just remember, oh yeah, I did my 12 on that, I'm going to add another few kilos. Don't go in massive jumps, go slowly, but eventually you'll find the right weight, and you'll get to know your body. It took us ages, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it's something that it takes a while to get used to, but you do hit that sweet spot, you do find the weights. Recording your numbers is really important to do, because oftentimes I can't remember what I lifted last week. It's been a busy week, I'm in the gym 6 days a week, and I can't remember what the last 12 rep weight was. So I write down in a journal, I flip through, I find it, and there you go, you know what weight you picked.
I mean, we've done programs where you go for 3 weeks where you're doing 4 to 6 reps on every exercise, which is quite heavy. Imagine a weight that you can only move 4 times, 6 at a maximum. That's going quite heavy. But then we've done programs like Chris Gethin's DTP, where it has you shifting weight 50 times. And it might sound, oh well, you lifted nothing going 50 times, but trust me, if you're on a leg press and you're moving a weight 50 times with no rest, it does tear the muscle fibers, it does encourage growth. So our advice, whatever rep range your program tells you to do it. Follow it. Don't go too heavy, don't go too light, don't stress if you mess up 1 week. do it again next week, do it again better next week, improve a little bit each week. As long as you're eating correctly, as long as you're training and straining those muscles in the gym, then you'll get the results that you need from your program.
Yeah.
Last thing as well, try not to stay with the same rep range. If you're designing your own program, fair play to you. Don't just do, one classic to do is 5x5. So you do 5 sets of 5 reps on every muscle all the time, every day, for years, and you'll see progress. But one of the best ways to boost your progress is something called periodization. Basically, every few weeks, change the rep range that you're working in. I mean, how often do we change ours now? I mean, I'll probably...
Sometimes it'll be 2 weeks before a change, but that's the essence of periodization.
Yeah, so maybe 1 week you'll do 6 to 8 reps, next week 8 to 12, next week 12 to 15, and then the week after that go back down to 6 to 8, and you should have found that your strength has increased since the first time you did it. Little things like that. Periodization, keep it changing, but the most important thing is find a weight that fits in the rep range that you are doing, follow a good program, and eat right, and you'll see the results.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget, check out our website, ragnarokfitness.com, like our page on Facebook, just Ragnarok Fitness, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and any questions, send it this way and we'll try and answer them next week.